Tonight was the April 5th edition of AEW Dynamite, and overall, pretty good show for the most part. We did kick the show off. Well, originally we were going to kick the show off with Ricky Starks and Juice Robinson in a grudge match, but as you can see in the picture here, a certain Switchblade had other plans because Switchblade Jay White immediately shows up to AEW. He attacked Ricky Starks along with Juice Robinson to embrace. Jay White is officially All Elite with All Elite Wrestling. I'm not surprised by this decision. I mean, yes, I did say that it was most definitely looked like he was going to WWE, but obviously things that turn out of that nature. So here he is in AEW. So hopefully he does well, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's how the show started, so we didn't get that match. We did get a AEW World Trios Championship match. You know, we had a lot of championship matches tonight, and I just find it quite weird that they were doing a majority of their championship matches when they literally have a TV special, AEW Battle of the Belts, taking place this Friday night after Rampage. So it's like someone's got to defend their title, probably the All Atlantic Championship. I don't know, but some titles got to get defended on that show because I don't know. Because, anyways, House of Black, Best Friends, Orange Cassidy. This wasn't a bad match at all. It was actually pretty good trios bout. The House of Black did get the win here, so they are still the World Trios champions, which I'm not surprised. And honestly, I feel like it was the right call. Oh, and Christian Cage is back too because he and Luchasaurus was in the Red Room, so Luchasaurus was, but they're back as well. Now, Jamie Hayter and Rio, this was for the Women's World title. This was, I already knew on paper, this is about to be a really good match, and rightfully so it was. You know, great title defense from Jamie Hayter. You know, Rio tried, she really did, but in the end, it just wasn't enough because, again, Jamie Hayter is still the world champion. And, yeah, it was just really good stuff with those women. Now, next we had MJF Day. Obviously, they are in Long Island, MJF's hometown, so, you know, they were going all out, and definitely did because MJF was singing Pennies from Heaven. You know, the crowd was into it. And MJF, you know, you may not like him, a heel wrestler or whatever. You may think he's not that good a wrestler, but you got to admit, that man can sing, okay? Like he even Tony Schiavone is someone who does not like MJF. He said it many times. He doesn't like him. Even he has to admit, like, yeah, this guy can sing. Like, he can legitimately sing. I believe he was a band back in school even. I saw a video of it one time on the web. But anyways, MJF cut a promo, and basically this promo was him basically calling his teacher like, you suck, basically just going in on his teacher who didn't care about him and all that stuff. So screw her basically is what he was trying to say. Jungle Boy did eventually attack him because he dressed up as part of the band, so that was that. Sammy Guevara took on Commander. This was a solid match here. Sammy Guevara, you know, he cut a promo afterwards, basically crapping on MJF, and, you know, people were saying that this was a really good promo. It was just in the wrong spot, and I would have to argue and say it wasn't that good of a promo. Sammy just, no, that promo just, it was like he was trying too hard. He was like trying to come off as like aggressive, and it just wasn't really that for me. Like, Sammy, I'm telling you, like, him holding up that world title, I'm telling you, that's a career plunger for AEW if he ever wins that world title. Because that dude, Sammy, is just, out of all the pillars, he is the least one that I can say should win the world title, in my honest opinion. Hook versus Ethan Page was next. This match didn't last long because Matt and Isaiah pretty much turned on Ethan Page, so I guess they're done with the firm now. So Hook won the match. And Nigel McGuinness, he's a part of AEW. Really good to see. So I guess JR is pretty much fully getting cut from commentary. Don't be surprised if Jim Ross ain't here in AEW by the end of the year, but I doubt it, you know. Anyways, he interviewed Tony Schiavone, who had his biggest announcement ever. And it definitely was a good announcement because on Sunday, August 27th, AEW has their first All-In, and it's going to be at Wembley Stadium in London, England. So these guys are not holding back here. I guess because they're calling it All-In because their All-In show they did, not the AEW one, but the independent wrestling one, drew, what was it, like 4 minutes it sold out, like 10,000 seats in like 4 minutes. Was crazy. So they're definitely looking to go again here with Wembley Stadium. Like, if they can sell out Wembley Stadium AEW with this roster, hey, which they could, they could. I mean, we'll see. But if they really do, hey, that's a big one for them. The BCC won the match against the Jobber Squad. I don't know who none of those guys are. Brian was basically like, I love these guys. I love these guys. That was pretty much it. Then Hangman came out. He got attacked, and then Bryan Danielson pulled the sickest mode of them all. Took a screwdriver and punched it in his eye. So that was pretty much that. The main event, FTR versus the Guns, title versus career. This was I mean, the main event was all right. It's given the time they were giving it. I mean, it was all right main event, but the ending was pretty crazy, and it capped off. And overall, with how the show started, how the middle of the show happened, how the end of the show happened, this wasn't a bad episode from AEW Dynamite by any means necessary. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about the results from the main event? How do you feel about Jay White being a part of AEW? This Friday, I will do SmackDown, and I will do the AEW Battle of the Belts, even though there's barely going to be anything to it. But it's a TV special. Got to talk about it. I might talk about Rampage as well. I don't know. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. And so, yeah.